All right, I know you missed my faces, so here's your lesson for this week. All right, hopefully if you've done the first thing, you've already selected your final paper. It can be anything. If all you have is lined paper, use it. If all you have is computer paper, use it. If you have sketchbook paper, that's what you get. If you want to use construction paper, that's fine too. It doesn't matter what you use, just make sure it's not too small. Remember the requirement is 9 by 9 or 8 by 8. I'm gonna go ahead and use the yellow paper since it'll give me some options. You don't have to use the whole thing. You can cut it and make it smaller. All right, you should also have your 5 contour drawings from last week. Here's mine. There's a gorgeous picture of me. And you'll notice that some of these, here's my wife. You'll notice that I went ahead and outlined some of these so that I could see them a little bit better against the window. There's my baby. There's my other baby. So I got my 5. All right, what you're gonna do for this is you're gonna take one, just pick whichever one you like the most. I'm gonna pick this one of my wife. And you're going to put it up and just tape it onto a window. Try to choose a window that's big, and you want this to be a sunny day so that you have some sunlight coming through. Then just put your final paper on there and just move it around and try to find a place where you like it. Remember, use the edges. If something's right in the center, that's really, really boring. So use the edges and divide your paper up a little bit. And you know what, if you realize that it's just too big, then go ahead and get rid of some of it. All right, make sure you're tracing with pencil. It's gonna give you more options. And remember, you're just going to trace your contour drawing. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Just using these contours as just design ideas. If you really don't like a spot or if it's too chaotic, just leave it out. Just keep going. It doesn't matter if it's perfect. We're just using our families as our inspiration. And so I have that, and it doesn't take too long. And then there you go. Now if you like it a lot and you want to use it twice, that's cool. Or just grab your second one. I'll use this one. See if you can reuse the same tape. Remember, you can tape it sideways or diagonal, but you can also tape it right side up, and you can move your paper sideways and diagonal. As you add these on, just try to move it around. Try to create some interesting things. Notice I didn't put it right on top. If I just stack everything, it's going to become a chaotic just blunder. Think about negative space. Think about the space in between things. Notice how it gets real thin right here and then gets thicker. That's interesting. But you are just going to trace these out. You're going to trace with at least 4 of your contour drawing. So this would be my second one. So I would need at least 2 more. If you want to use all 5, use all 5, but the requirement is that you use and include at least 4. So this would be my second one, and I'd move it out of the way, and I'd get my third, and I would add it. The more you add, the less space you're going to have. Remember that you can have things that are overlapping. Whenever something overlaps, all of a sudden you create new shapes. Those new shapes are going to be a lot more interesting than just your boring contour drawings. And there you go. Again, don't worry if it's not perfect. There's my 3 so far. You can kind of see them. And then I would add 1 more. Again, pay close attention to negative space. Everything shouldn't be on top of each other. It can be a little chaotic. That'll give us some more areas and more things to do next week. Once you have finished tracing, you are done. You're going to take a photo of it, upload it to Canvas for credit. There's a bonus section, so if you want and you are itching to do more stuff, your bonus section will use these contour drawings that you use.